The next question that I'm going to answer is, how will you let's say we have two fractions. The first one is 2 by 3 and the another one is 3 by 4. Okay, so you have to introduce the students with the greater and the smaller fractions, means comparison. So firstly, what do you expect that a student should know, and then how will you introduce this? Okay, so as fractions are written on the board, so it's obvious that students must know about fractions, about numerator, denominator, like fractions, I guess, unlike fractions, all those kind of fractions, they must know it. Okay, and then I have to introduce them with the comparison. Okay, so how will I introduce that? To introduce that, what I need is, as I have to compare two of the fractions, so I will need number of examples. Let's say this is the first example, so this first example holds two things and both those things should be equal in part, and then I will divide them into number of parts that I need. So I should have number of examples. All the examples should have two things in them, and all those two things should be equal, so that I can divide it by myself. So let's say if I have to introduce them about comparison of 2 by 3 and 3 by 4, so we can do this with the help of a water bottle. Let's say we have a transparent water bottle. So firstly I will try to this with a sketch pen or with a pen. What we can do is, we can find the length of this water bottle, and then with the help of that we can divide it into 3 equal parts, because in the first fraction we have 3 in the denominator, and in the next one, the next fraction is 3 by 4. So with this bottle of the same size like the previous one, we will now divide this into 4 equal parts. Okay, in this one we will try to color, or let's say we will paste some colored paper to on the bottle. So we have to see, we have divided it first one into 3 equal parts, so the fraction is 2 by 3, so we have to paste those pages in 2 equal parts, and in the another one we have to paste it in 3 equal parts. So it is when I will take those two bottles, or when students, when students do this by themselves, they will paste the pages on the bottle, they can clearly see that which one is on which one the page that you pasted was consumed more as compared to the another one. So by this they can get to know that, okay, which one is greater. This is the first example. Second, what we could do, all of us love chocolate, so in dairy milk we have divisions. Okay, so left those chocolates which has divisions, we can bring Perk or Munch or Kit Kat which do not have any divisions. So let's say we are bringing Kit Kat, so Kit Kat we have divisions in them. Okay, so what we can do, we can take its one piece, and by measuring it we can divide it into 3 equal parts and 4 equal parts respectively, and then after that what we could do is, we could mark it, or let's say we will put a cream on it, so that student can get. Okay, pencil will be not good to put on that chocolate. So in this one we will let's say students are bringing, I think this will not go because we cannot paste anything on chocolate. Okay, we will wrap it by the foil paper that comes with the chocolate. Okay, so in this piece of chocolate we will wrap the foil paper on 2 parts of it, and in the next one we will foil the wrap paper on 3 parts of it, and then student can get to know that, okay, this one is bigger. Then we can do this with the help of ribbon also. We can let's say students are bringing 1 meter ribbon, so we can cut it into 2 equal parts, and then after cutting it into 2 equal parts, what we could do is, we can pinch it on the display board with the help of those thumb pins. So we have pinched 2 of our ribbons on the display board, and then we know the measurements, or we could measure that, and after that we will try to divide that equally into 3 parts and 4 parts respectively. And then what we could do is, we have another ribbon also, so we will paste the another color of ribbon on the 2 parts and on the 3 parts, and we can get to know. So I have taken the examples of only a single fraction. What we can do in a class is, with the help of different example, we can let them understand different examples with the different fractions with the help of different examples, so that they can get it. And I think this would be fun, है ना? So they could do this. Okay, yeah, it will be fun. So I think this will help them to know the comparison. And then after that, in the class we can do this with the help of examples, and then on the worksheets we can give them number of examples, and we can also help them with the we can give them number of fractions in their worksheets, and we can help them with the number of examples that they can use in their use at their home while doing these fractions. So we should just keep in mind that we should not give so much of homework, just a little bit, so that students, let's say 2 or 3, so that we, while doing that also, he has that curiosity and fun also. If we'll give many number of examples, I think he or she will ask it from their parents, and will not try to do it by themselves. So that's how I will try to make them understand the comparison of fractions. Okay.